What is good, y'all? It's your boy Trippy coming to y'all with a Ghost graphics comparison from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. Real quick disclaimer, everything, all the photos and stuff are taken from 720p, 60 frames per second, just to be fair. I just wanted to even it up a little bit. I didn't want one in 1080p, one in 720p, and since we all know that Ghost runs at 720p natively, that's that. So the first clip we're gonna see is that board that we just passed. Let's get a zoom in on that. Alright, so as you see on the left side picture, it's the Xbox 360. It basically looks the same, except the what's the word I'm looking for? The grains in the actual wood itself are a little more detailed in the Xbox One version. As you see, the Xbox 360 version is a little darker because of lighting, and the Xbox One version is a little lighter because of the different contrast. So that's the first thing we're going to look at. Overall, the biggest difference I've seen in the game's graphics so far is lighting and textures. Apologize. The texturing in the Xbox One is a lot better. There's more grass in certain spots where there wasn't any grass on the Xbox 360 version. Shadows in certain spots that weren't in the Xbox 360 version. And rough edges, cracks, stucco on the walls, brick, as you see the stucco, bricks, riffles in the wallpaper. Things like that are some major differences between the two consoles. But the next image we're going to look at is the tractor trailer truck that we saw in the beginning when we spawned. We're going to go over the texturing of that, and here we go. Here's the picture. So in the Xbox One version, as you can see the grass near the bottom tire. That is not visible in the Xbox 360 version. You can also see some extra details on the truck itself that you can't see on the Xbox 360 version. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty much the same, minus the fact that you can see the grass and you can actually see the texture of the metal on the truck. So again, that's why I said texturing is another thing that's pretty different. Smoothness overall, the game runs very smooth. I haven't encountered any frame rate drops or anything like that. I've played both the Xbox One version and the PS4 version, and PS4 has a little bit of a frame rate drop due to the fact that it is running in 1080p, but it's not something that should defer you or detract you from buying a PlayStation 4 if you want that. I know some people make a huge deal about 1080p. It's not that big of a deal to me because the game honestly looks exactly the same. They both run smoothly and they both look amazing. I feel like if you're going to buy a console, your preference should be based around who your friends are, what your friends play, and what games you're into. Not necessarily which console runs 1080p natively on one video game and which one doesn't. It's honestly not that big of a deal, especially if you're playing on a small screen like me. But the next picture we're gonna look at is actually a picture of some grass, and you can see the detail in the grass is a lot different. The grass is a completely different color. It's a lot more fibrous than the Xbox 360 version, and that's due to the processors and the GPU inside of the Xbox One. It's able to process minute details a lot better. If you walk through the gas station, there's a sign of a hamburger. And if you look at the Xbox 360 version, it's very, very, very pixelated and grainy. But on this one, it looks like a freaking Burger King charbroiled burger, basically. And it's very, very clear. Which is good to see that there is some differences. I wouldn't expect a huge graphical change since, this game was a cross-platform game. Came out for 2 different generations. I wasn't honestly expecting like Killzone type graphics or anything like that. I mean, you can't expect that this early. The game console just came out 4 days ago. So I mean, you can't jump into this expecting some freaking Avatar-esque graphics. It's not going to happen for a few years, and that's just the reality of it. Eventually, games will run in completely native 1080p all across the board, with 720p completely disappearing. And when that time comes, people are going to be complaining that the 1080p can't keep up with 4K, because 4K is going to be coming right after that. So, I mean, people are going to complain about that stuff, as it is just how the nature of gamers are. But this was just a quick comparison video I want to throw together to let y'all see the differences that I've noticed. And that's really going to be it. This is your Psychedelic General signing out. Peace.